What is going on, YouTube? This is Lear here, bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it is against a fairly familiar and someone that I've actually been watching quite a bit of since 5th gen. And this is actually our second battle. First was when I first started getting into battling, and this is our second battle. So this is going to be against Mizticall. So check out his channel link in the description, check out his stuff, and if you like him, leave him a sub. He's a really cool guy. He's also British, so I think you'll love the accent, and he is awesome. So he's going to lead off with the Tornadus T, and that scares the shit out of me, because I don't like Tornadus T because it's so goddamn fast. Literally the only thing on my team that outspeeds is this Scarfed Porygon Z, and that's because it's Scarfed. So I'm going to go for the tri-attack off the first attack, just because I figure he might switch out. So he does switch into his Sylveon, and it's going to take that pretty well, but does get the paralysis. And I'm going to switch in on my Gardevoir. Now he's just going to go for the Heal Bell, get rid of that paralysis, and I'm just going to Mega Evolve here, and I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. Just because I know that this Sylveon is not going to be able to do anything to me. Most they can do is Toxic me or even Moonblast just to lower my special attack here. But I'm going to Mega Evolve into Mega Gardevoir, and it is shiny, so I do get the black dress, and I'm actually very happy about that. I really like shiny Mega Gardevoir. But, so yeah, I'm gonna get my Calm Mind, and he's just gonna hit me with a Hyper Voice. That's no problem at all. And yeah, so I'm thinking, well, whatever he's gonna bring in, I might as well just go for a Psyshock. So he stays in with the Sylveon, maybe expecting me to set up some more, I don't know. But Sylveon does die to the Psyshock, and he's going to bring in the Tornadus T. And I'm just like, well, fuck. Well, I can't stay in on this, so let's go into Donphan, you know. It's probably going to go for a U-turn. And I was right, it does go for the U-turn, and, you know, I'm thinking, alright, well, he doesn't have a spinner, and I'm not sure if Tornadus gets Defog or not, but probably, I'm guessing he doesn't have Defog, and I'm hoping. So I am going to want to try and get my Stealth Rocks up as fast as possible here, just because Tornadus is going to be a threat, and with it switching in, even though it does have Regenerator, with it switching in, it's going to be taking 25% damage each time, so it will heal that damage, but still, if it doesn't switch out, that's 25 but it only has 75% of its health. So he is going to switch out here into his Haxorus, and I'm just going to switch out here after he came in with his Politoed to set up the rain. I don't want to take the Scald, so I'm going to switch into my Umbreon here. And he's going to go for Earthquake on his Haxorus, and I'm just like, you know what, Umbreon's really bulky, I'm just going to go for a Foul Play. And that's going to deal a very nice 80% damage, and it'd be about 75%. 70-75%. So he's going to switch out here, go into his Ferrothorn. It's shiny Ferrothorn, so it looks pretty cool, golden red, but I like using Ferrothorn, but I hate going up against it. I'm a bit of a hypocrite. So I'm going to switch in my Donphan here onto his Ferrothorn, just because, you know, I'm just expecting him to get off his Stealth Rocks or maybe a Leech Seed. So I'm going to get off my Stealth Rocks here, and he goes for the Leech Seed. Now, since there hasn't been any prior damage done to this Ferrothorn, I don't know if it's running the Rocky Helmet or if it's also running leftovers as well. So right now I'm just like, this is great. So he is going to make the good prediction here, because I am going for the Earthquake, and he switches into Tornadus, and yay, he's immune to the Earthquake because he's not on the Earth, he's flying. And I'm like, well, Donphan's only really needed for the Haxorus, because it is my physically defensive Haxorus. Maybe a bit for the Manectric, but otherwise, I mean, the Donphan got up with Stealth Rocks. Rocks aren't going to be a huge issue for me, so I'm just gonna sack this thing because I don't have a switch into this threat. Yes, that's what the T. It doesn't stand for Therian. It stands for threat. Tornadus threat form. So I'm gonna switch into my Porygon Z here, and he definitely doesn't want to take a tri-attack, so I'm just going to go for a safe tri-attack, and I'm going to take out the Manectric, so we'll never get to find out if it is Mega or not. Definitely, Mizticall, if you actually do watch this, please leave a comment. Let me know if that was Mega. That'd be pretty interesting if it was. But he's going to bring in this wall on my Porygon, and since I am locked in a tri-attack, it's going to do absolutely diddly. So he's going to go get the Stealth Rocks up. It's pretty safe. I'm going to be switching out. If not, I'm just going to be doing like maybe 5-10% damage to this thing at a time, just because Ferrothorn does have quite a bit of special bulk to it. And he goes for the Protect here, me predicting him to switch out into Politoed, and I should have just gone for the Thunder Punch again. But instead I decided, okay, maybe he's going to stay in with his Ferrothorn, predicting me to go for the Thunder Punch again. But no, he switches out into his Politoed, gets the Rain up, so that's going to do even less damage with the Fire Punch. And I'm going to take some Life Orb Recoil. So I'm just like, well, let's switch out here, and let's just go into Gardevoir. I should be able to hit whatever wants to come in with a fairly strong Hyper Voice. So I do switch in onto the Scald. Does bring me down into the red, but no burn, thankfully, so that's nice. And I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice on whatever wants to come in. So he does bring in the Haxorus here. Shiny Haxorus looks pretty damn beastly with the black base color and then the red on its claws and its I'm gonna call those horns for lack of a better word. Yeah, so Hyper Voice is absolutely gonna take out that Haxorus. It's already super effective, but he's already in the red. And he brings in the Threat. And I'm just like, well, I don't have a switch, so let's sack Mega Gardevoir. Made me a little sad, but it did enough damage. It took out 2 Pokemon, so I got good value out of it. So I'm going to bring in the only thing that can actually outspeed this thing. So I'm going to bring in Porygon. And I am not going to take a chance on whatever wants to stay in on this. So I'm just going to go for the Tri-Attack. Hopefully, possibly get the Burn, Paralysis, or even Freeze on the Ferrothorn that's coming in. And after seeing that damage, I was like, that did quite a nice chunk of damage, but like I said, Ferrothorn does have a nice special bulk to it. So I'm going to bring in my Scizor. It's my Choice Banded Scizor, and it does carry the Superpower. So a Choice Banded Superpower, not much is going to live from that, but he does bring in the Tornadus here. And he is going to switch out. So because of that, he actually baited me out into the Bullet Punch, and I didn't want to take any chances there. And the bait worked, and I went for the Bullet Punch, and I hit the Ferrothorn, but still, I do a nice chunk, which is because it is Technician Boosted, Stab, and Choice Banded. So this Scizor does hit like a small freight train. But, you know, I'm going to get completely walled by this Ferrothorn, so I'm going to switch it out and go into my Umbreon. So that way I can get some recovery off. And here comes the Leech Seed, and I'm just like, joy! What's even more annoying than a Pokemon that can take almost any hit, except for really strong fighting or fire type, but because of the rain. Let's give it Leech Seed. So at least this thing doesn't have priority. Like, at least this thing is not a Whimsicott. Anyways, it's enough of me raging. So I am going to recover some HP here. I'm going to go for the Wish, and I'm just going to go for the Foul Play on this thing. I'm not expecting to live, but I am hoping that since the rain is gone, that he would go for the Hurricane. And so he's going to get some Leech Seed recovery, and basically with that Leech Seed, and he does miss the Hurricane. Yes, he misses the Hurricane, and the Foul Play does a nice 40% damage, so 40-45%, so that's definitely good here. But I'm not really going to be able to stay all this long, but you know what, I don't have a switch into this thing, so it's either I die from it or I die from it. I need to sack whatever is in here. And he goes for the superpower, and I'm just like, damn. Because this is, I'm not really used to using this team, and god damn, Umbreon is bulky. Like, this is a fully specially defensive Umbreon. It's calm, max 252 special defense. But, you know, it can take a superpower. I mean, granted, it's Unstab, and Tornadus T is more of a special attacker, but still, I mean, that's pretty good for a special wall. But I am going to just go for the Foul Play, just because, you know what, this Umbreon's going to die. And then after that, I will still have like 3/4 of my offensive core. So I'm going to die to the Iron Barbs, and that's completely fine. I don't mind that at all. So, what do I got left? Well, I've got Porygon Z, which I absolutely need. It's my win condition. I have my Scizor, and I have my Infernape. Well, both my Scizor and the Infernape threaten the Ferrothorn. What does he have? He has a Politoed. Now, after the battle, he kindly revealed that the Politoed was a physically defensive set, which explains why it took this upcoming superpower so well. You know, I was expecting whatever to come in to either die or take a good chunk of damage. When he switched in the Politoed, I figured, okay, he's just going to bring it in to set up the rain and it's going to die. No. It's going to definitely live that. It's going to be in the red though, and he's going to be able to hit me back with the Scald, and he's going to get the burn. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go for the superpower again. And luckily enough, I do outspeed the Politoed. I don't carry any speed investment on the Scizor at all, so... yeah, his Politoed does die. I live the burn with 1 HP, but it doesn't matter, because he brings in Tornadus threat form, and he's just gonna kill me with a U-turn, because I can't do shit to it. I'm locked into superpower. I'm at -2 attack, and then I'm also burned, so at the most I'd be able to tickle this thing. So he's down to, we're both down to 2 Pokemon. He's going to bring in the Ferrothorn, and I'm going to bring in the Infernape. Why? Because the Infernape is going to be able to hit strong enough to be able to either take out the Ferrothorn, or if he stayed in with the Tornadus, I'd be able to Mach Punch and kill it. So he is going to bring in the Ferrothorn here, and he's just going to protect, and you know what? I'm just going to go for close combat. It's the strongest attack that I've got. It's definitely going to take out the Ferrothorn, because Fire Punch isn't going to kill it in the rain. So I'm just going to go for the close combat here, and then if he wants to switch in, but the smarter play, which he does, is to sack the Ferrothorn and come in on the Tornadus. So I do take out the Ferrothorn, that pain in the ass thorny wall that's been walling me this entire time, and so now it's just down to his Tornadus here, and I'm going to get off a nice Mach Punch, and oh, I barely get it in range. But I'm definitely going to die to this Hurricane, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I've got my Porygon. I've got the Porygon Z. Yes, that's right. It's Z because I'm Canadian-y. I'm Canadian-y. What you talking about? He barely lives the Life Orb recoil, and you know what? I'm just like, nah. You're gonna die. You're not a threat. You're not a threat to Porygon Z, who's all hopped up on shit. So, that was a very close and very awesome game match against Mizticall. So like I said, check out his stuff. I'm going to link his channel in the description below. Very, very awesome guy. And, you know, I'm very happy to be battling people, especially fellow YouTubers. So, I'm definitely happy here. Hopefully he does upload his side of the battle. I would love to hear his thought process throughout the battle as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I did receive some feedback from my last video saying that my intros are a bit too long. So I'm going to be saving anything that I'm wanting to talk about or anything like that for after the battle. So let me know if you think the shorter intros are better. I'm going to try and keep it to like 30 seconds to a minute. And you know, try not go over team analysis just because, like, yeah, you can see it, and it's I find going over it during the battle better anyways. As well, like I've been saying in my last video, I am trying to set up a Pokemon community over on Omni-Gaming. It's a multi-gaming community, so whether you play an MMO or like League of Legends, Dota 2, Guild Wars 2, if you play any other games apart from Pokemon, we are most likely supporting it now, or we can always support it. We can try and find people for that game too. We do have a TeamSpeak, and we do have our forums. I will be linking it in the description as well. So definitely go check that out. Like I said, I want to set up a Pokemon community there. That way we can have in-house tournaments, giveaways, stuff like that. And then that way I'd like that, because you know I like having my own little family, and that's what I like with gaming communities. Is it's a chance to build a family with people that you get to know and you get to have fun with and you get to battle. So at least that way there we can all discuss team compositions, Pokemon changes to the meta, stuff like that. And I already have the White Lugia and my good friend Mr. Imp already supporting me. So definitely give it a view, give it a peruse, and let me know what you think. You know, so yeah, let me know what you think of the videos so far. What you think I should do to improve. You know, just feedback. I'm always open to feedback. I love criticism. So and also let me know if there's any kind of Pokemon you guys want me to use in my battles. But anyways, it's been a pleasure, and as always, have a good one.